Hello friends, this is Martin from Secrets, the channel for learning about trading and investing. Welcome to another episode of the markets tomorrow, where we look at the daily market, how it performed during the day and how we can look for a better trade tomorrow. And remember, this analysis for January 6th, Thursday, and expiry date 2022, the first expiry. So over the day, the bulls have taken over the market ahead of the expiry. Right? We would look at this in detail. Right, as usual, the pre-market analysis that's meant for tomorrow based on the charts and all of these parameters that you see. Right, we will also look at data, additional data analysis on what you see on the right side, and we would have some actionables and wrap up with that view. Right, so price action. Look at the price action. What was it? It's a tremendous rally, 8.9% of up move from the bottom. That's what happened today. Bullish wide range candle, big wide range candle. BANKNIFTY is even more bullish than the Nifty, you can say. What is the move? 0.67, 120 points again gained by Nifty, and it was 2.3%. That's 856 points of gain in a single day in BANKNIFTY. So BANKNIFTY was exploding today, right? So it is another bullish wide range candle there. Also in the intraday, if you see, this is what happened. It was trending up and up throughout the day. This is a 15-minute short time frame on Nifty and BANKNIFTY, right? It is trending up from the beginning to the end, right? The last 1 hour there was some price profit booking that happened, but otherwise it was trending up intraday. Volatility, look at this. Now we are not talking about sideways, we're talking about bullish. Nifty has turned bullish. The bands on the upper bands are expanding, and then it's walking on the bands. Right? It's a bullish pattern. Right? Expansion is happening on the upside, far away from the median. Here, far away from the median, it is expansion on the upside that has started, and BANKNIFTY also has turned bullish on the volatility bands. Support resistance levels, it's like 17,800, 850 is going to be the first support, and after that it would be 17,958 and 18,000 is the first resistance upside. After that 18,100 and then 18,200 upside resistances downside. 17,500 to 17,600 is Fibonacci 23 retracement level. Then you have 17,350, 17,400. Then this is covered actually, but it is 17,200 level. And below that you have 17,000 levels. That's the supports on the downside. Similarly, the BANKNIFTY upside would be 37,700 to 38,800 first resistance, and above that, if that is taken, it's 38,000 and 38,100, which is the major resistance, and above that you have 38,350 to 38,500. Downside, similarly, the support would be 36,900 to 37,100, that range from where it bounced today. And if that's gone, then you have support at 36,300 to 36,700, which is Fibonacci 38 retracement level. And if that's gone, you have 35,600 to 35,900 level as the supports on the downside. Right, so that's the support and the resistance levels you have to keep in mind while entering for the longs or exiting your positions, right, or placing stop loss or support resistances are the key. Momentum divergence, if you see, you can see that the Nifty on the left side has gone into the bullish zones on the short term. It's gone into the bullish zones for BANKNIFTY also on the short term daily candles. So you can see that the 15 bar divergence that we had has clearly met the target of 17,500 yesterday itself. BANKNIFTY clearly met the target of the 15 bar divergence, bullish reverse divergence. That was the target, exceeded the target, right, today. So that's what it's bullish momentum that you can see everywhere on the short term, right? And divergences are done with. Now it is how long the momentum would remain above 60 levels in both indices. What we have to look up, right? Trend, similarly, it is the DMI positive is dominating. Crossover had already happened on the left on the Nifty and the right on the BANKNIFTY, both on the bullish zones. DMI positive on short term. Right, and medium term also it's bullish. Right, so that's trend indications. So trend is crossed over to the bullish zones, and it is momentum is already into the bullish zones of RSI 60. Right, so price patterns are clearly bullish and Bollinger Bands are bullish. So Every indicator is clearly saying it is turned bullish. India VIX shot up 7% up to 17.23. That is the thing, that is happened just one day before the expiry, first expiry weekly that is happening tomorrow. Because normally when the market falls, market rises up, the VIX falls, cools off. But contrary to that, the market was trending up, but the VIX was also trending up, right? So that now sometimes can be interpreted that this happens when that up move that happened on that day may not sustain the next day. We never know. But tomorrow is the expiry, anything could happen, right? But you can see that the India VIX is mainly in the 15 to 20 levels. It's at 70, right? It's moving, heading up towards. Yesterday it was close to 16, so it was a big 7% move. Good days and more the VIX shot that happened today. Operators analysis, if you see, its bullishness on the put call ratio 1.48 for both Nifty and BANKNIFTY in long build up and the futures operators build up levels. Look at the levels on the tomorrow expiry, January 6th expiry, right? So the highest put rating, that's for the support, is at 7800, which is fine. The market is above 7900 closing today, but the put riders are seeing the highest support at 7800. That means, but the thing is, after that you have the highest put rating at 70,000. It's 800 points down. That maybe hedge positions probably, but it indicates that the people, the option riders still think that the market will slip to that level, right? That's why still they're writing. So on the other side, 18,000 is what the highest call writing, and 18,100 also very good call writing, right? So the market could expire between 800 and 17,800 and 18,000 mostly. BANKNIFTY similarly has got supports 37,000 maximum and then 36,000 after that. 38,000 seems to be similar to the 18,000 where the huge resistance. It is very close to that, but 39,000 also has got resistance. The 38 is taken out, and as usual, the futures swap under status. It was short covering a bank yesterday. Today it's turned to long build up on both Nifty and BANKNIFTY. That's up under status. And look at the green of HDFC and Kodak Bank that moved the market today. Bajaj Finance, Bajaj Finserv, they also moved, and some certain other banks also. Banks made big moves, but IT underperformed. TCS was down and its Infi was down, deeply down, 2.3% down, right? So the banks saved the day. IT sectoral performance, if you see, IT was 2% down, but the short term and the medium term is bullish. So, and there is bullish divergence also on the the indexes charts. So long position can still be attempted, with tight stop loss. Metals closed green up 1.4%. Momentum sideways will wait. Auto closed 1% up green. Momentum is short term is turned to bullish, but you could either take long positions with the tight stops or wait for the weekly momentum also to catch up. Either of that, depending on the risk appetite. Pharma 0.3% down. Short term momentum is sideways. We'll have to wait. FMCG 0.2% up, sideways momentum. LT closed green 1.2% good, but sideways momentum. So auto and IT is other short-term bullish stocks that is currently can be seen. Right, it is clearly bullish. Right, but today's move has to be watched with caution. Now the institutional participation today's data has not come, but last 2 days it has been heavy. I mean, the Fyers was post the buying, post the selling, and then turn to buyers. Both 2 days in the first two trading days of this year, and domestic institutions were also buying. Today also definitely the Fyers might have bought. Is what the price is more to 0.67%, right? So today's data will have to wait and check later. Now the dollar index on the right side, if you see, it is still consolidating in the range after the breakout since several weeks now, and it is taking its support. The current USD INR currency pair is taking a support at the 74.3 levels. It attempted to move up from that support zone but failed, and today it has come down. So it will be a strengthened today, you can say. The US dollar is facing some resistance in the moment, we can clearly see here. So it's consolidation that is happening in the dollar index as well, right? Crude oil seems to be shooting up further after a small pause that was seen earlier 2 days back, but seems to be heading to 77 upwards. It's picking up the momentum and getting in the bull zones. So there is every chance that it can break out from this resistance zone, which is not good for our economy. Gold, meanwhile, faced the resistance at the 1830 levels and then fall down big and took the support and then again attempted to bounce since last 2 days. So gold is trying to hit and break out of this resistance zones before it goes to the channel top, and then it has to again face another resistance of 1876. Right? So that is gold for the day, and you can see the global markets. Dow Jones had made big move, 200 points up yesterday. Today it's not open. US markets otherwise does not show significant up moves, or neither is European market showing any big moves. In fact, it is Dow Jones and the S&P 500 are seen red as of now. So basically, all of this CACs, FTSE, and DAX, and Chinese market, and all of these indices has to be along with the US markets, how it performed as we look next day morning, whether you can find any significant moves or not. Right? As of nothing big is seen. Actions too, banks did well. Banks, ICICI is a strong bank and it has taken a support and then it is bouncing up clearly with the Bollinger Band expanding on the upside. Volumes are above moving average, momentum is picked up on the short term, and the trend is also turned bullish. The one is the consumer, the FMCG sector, Asian Paints, which is having a rounding pattern breakout. It had attempted that in the October, and now it is attempting, it has dipped and then correction is over and it is recovering and it is breaking out. So this may be the right time to enter the stock at a reasonable price because it's a very bullish stock which has corrected well. Asian Paints and ICICI Bank. Now the wrap up, it's moderate bullishness on the short term. So is what my view is. It's based on the support resistance levels, the bullish momentum, the trend bullish, and also the pause that is seen in the institutional selling. Combined reasons. And Nifty has moved up 9% and BANKNIFTY more than 9%, 11% of correction. Recovery from, not correction, after the recovery of 20%, BANKNIFTY corrected more than half of that today. 11% of recovery has happened, 9% Nifty of recovery has happened after the, right? So that's the reason why my view is moderate bullishness on the short term for tomorrow expiry. Now the VIX is up and the market was also moving up, which is slightly contrary. And tomorrow is an expiry, so expiry volatility level maintaining by the sellers can be there. So no, it's very difficult to predict. Based on the open interest data, it says it can be 17,800 to 18,000 levels for the Nifty, and 38 may be a big resistance for the BANKNIFTY. So the VIX is still maintaining the 15-20 range. So anything beyond that goes, you'll have to be cautious. Now cautious bullishness is what we have to do. The position sizing based on that. That approach was there is some negative news that is there still floating around because of the COVID, which seems to be contained by the market well, and that's the reason why the market is discounted that and then moving further up. But still, you have to be cautiously bullish. That's all. Option trades, current spreads, vertical spreads, all that can be taken by the end of the tomorrow the expiry. After which you will get a reasonable idea on whether the market is heading up after the end of the expiry. Right? Based on that, positional bets can be taken with hedge positions on the options using risk-to-band strategies. So that's a wrap up of what I have for tomorrow. If in case it helps us to frame your own market view for next day and trade plan for next day, then consider hitting the like button and then sharing it and subscribing to if you are not, and also sharing it to others. Now we have very few subscriptions, and more subscriptions will help us keep motivated to keep doing this every day, and also have additional good valuable contents for the next 2022. Thanks for watching. Happy learning, happy trading.